And we're ready to brew, just like that. It's also super quiet and operates at like 30 decibels when it's in sleep mode. And just like that, our bacon is nicely done. Hello, welcome to WayPoint Survival. Today, we're headed to a camp spot. We've got the camping gear with us, driving along in the car, back through the country here. And I've got a really great device to show you. Something that I think is worthy of consideration for off-grid needs as well as some great camping. What it is the Ampace Andes 1500. This is a solar generator that has some specs that I've not seen before, and I really like it. So definitely excited to get to the campsite and show you what it does, run it through its paces. So here we are, and it's time to get our stuff out, put up our campsite, and set up that Ampace. Well, it's nearly dusk, and we've got the campsite set up. It looks pretty good to me. I think it's going to be a really good night. Temperature's going to be nice, not expecting a whole lot of rain. And we've got the Ampace Andes 1500 set up there on the table. Let's talk about that right now. This is quite a remarkable machine. With 2400 watt output and a 3600 watt surge power, it pretty much does anything that you need, and it will run about 99% of any of your household appliances. Powering it on is easy. Turn it on there. Notice it has plenty of power outlets. It has 4 of your USB-A, your large USB ports. It has 2 smaller USB-Cs. The top ones are 18 watts. These are 100 watts, so it's going to charge your phone, your laptop, anything like that really quickly. You turn on your DC output right here by turning that switch on, and now it runs all of these. We also have a couple of 12.6 volt outlets here, and then we have a nice 12 volt outlet for anything that takes that type of plug. On the side of the unit, it has a place where you can add an extra battery if you wish. It's covered by this rubber port cover so that it keeps any moisture or dampness out. And that's really nice and sleek. It fits in really good. There's also a nice rubber bumper here, so in case it would bump up against the wall, keep it from scratching. I like the fact that at the top it has 2 very sturdy handles, which makes it very easy to carry. And when you turn it on, it has this really cool light sequence. In the back we have a button here. Press that, and that turns on your AC output. And we have 4 110 outlets here. This will run, as I said before, 99% of all your household appliances. In the back of the unit is a cover for your solar input, your AC input, and then you can see your overcharge protection here. So that's a default switch. So if something happens to overpower the unit, that'll trip and you can reset it right there. For extra ambient light at night, it has a built-in light bar, low, medium, and then flashing for emergencies. And it also has an SOS pattern. So let me give you a little tour around the camp, and you can see what all we are exactly using and what we've got set up to use with the Ampace. First of all, there's our hot plate, and that saves us from having to start a fire. We've got a nice campfire site right here, but we won't need to use it because we've got the Ampace Andes 1500 to take care of all of our cooking needs. Here we have our wash basin set up and our chair. Going inside the tent, you can see we have sleeping bag and cot. We've got a microwave to try out. Gonna make some microwave popcorn. Over on this side, we have our table and chairs set up. We've got a little swamp cooler over here in the corner. Blow nice air on us while we're sleeping. Make some nice noise as well as provide a little bit of cool breeze. Also have our lamp. There's my cell phone charger right there. And then we've got our refrigerator unit. We also have a coffee maker for in the morning. Since I've already had supper tonight, I'm not really that hungry, so I'm not going to be cooking anything in the evening, but I am looking forward to a delicious breakfast tomorrow of bacon and eggs. We've got the Ampace inside now, and we've got the lamp plugged into it. I'm going to have to charge my cell phone. It's getting pretty low. It's pretty late in the day. I've been using it all day long. And of course, I'm going to be running the fridge here in just a little bit, make sure our food stays nice and cool for tomorrow. So first of all, we want to turn on the DC here. Plug it into the unit and then into the cell phone. There we go. It's at 39% and it's fast charging because of course these are 100 watt outlets. Here's the fridge that we will be using during this camp out. You can see inside here, we've got our bacon, our butter, eggs, and then our tea down here, something to drink. We've got plenty of water outside. This unit, because it's designed to run off your car battery while you're driving it, has this type of 12-volt plug, which is very convenient because the Ampace has a plug right here just for it. There we go. Now our fridge is running. See the little red light that came on? And I can hear the engine running, a little fan on the compressor. And that's what's nice about this big unit, is because it has a 3600 watt surge power. When you have something like a refrigeration unit, you really need to have the excess power to kick on this compressor so that it can run smoothly. We've got the microwave set up here on top of the camping table next to the Ampace. We're charging the phone, we're running the fridge, and we're gonna make some microwave popcorn to go along with this. That's pretty good. And that's pretty incredible. We are running a cell phone charger, a lamp, a fridge unit, and a microwave all simultaneously with the Ampace Andes 1500. Wow, look at that. See the steam coming off of it. Now that makes camping fun and enjoyable. And just think, no mess, no popcorn popper over the fire, just easily brought things from home. And this powerful unit here to run it all. We also just plugged in the laptop, and we're going to watch some classic WayPoint Survival 1790s survival series. Is now arranged for the night with all of his gear safely out of the weather on ledge. Popcorn, a movie, got some cold drinks. It's going to be a good night. Now this is the way to camp. So this is my view right now, all powered and made possible by the Ampace Andes 1500. Well folks, that's about all for tonight. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about what this wonderful unit can do. Have a good night. Good morning. Well, the sun is shining and the cicadas are out there singing. The Ampace kept running all night with no issues or problems. Everything is nice and cold. Time to get the boots on and get out and make breakfast. We're using the Ampace Andes 1500 for today. We're going to be making some coffee on our coffee maker, and then we've got a double hot plate here for our bacon and eggs. Since it's such a bright and sunshiny morning, we're going to go ahead and hook up this solar panel. Now this is a 200 watt, you can get a 400 or 600, and it charges it, of course, accordingly depending on how much power you're putting into it, for a maximum of 600 watts. With the full 600 watt panel setup, you can charge this system in 3 to 5 hours in strong sunlight. I'll get into some more of the specs here in a little bit, but right now let's get this set up and get it to recharging some of the power we used last night. Again, you're not always guaranteed a bright sunshiny day. It could get cloudy later. So whenever the sun's out and we're out camping, we want to take advantage of this and make sure that we got good sunlight and that it can charge it up. So it's pretty lightweight and it unfolds like this. So this is what it looks like when it's fully deployed. On the back it has these legs which are adjustable so that you can set it up and get that perfect angle for the sun. It also has a nice zippered pouch right here, which when you open this up has the cables and instruction manual, stuff like that in there for the solar panel. It has easy to use connectors. Simply snap together. There's no getting them confused about which one goes with which. And we have a color-coded connector which goes in the back of the unit to charge it up. So to plug it in, we just open this and it only goes in one way. Now it's charging using the power of the sun. Before we get breakfast, we should wash our hands a little bit. Well, we got our breakfast all set up here, and we're gonna make a cup of coffee first. Gotta get some water. And into the coffee machine it goes. Add some coffee, and we're ready to brew, just like that. While the coffee finishes brewing, let me share some stats about this that I think you'll find pretty amazing. This is reliable for use in extreme weather temps while maintaining up to 80% of its power capacity. Interestingly enough, this has been used on Everest expeditions to fly drones, as well as to maintain things in base camp, to charge up devices and all of that. But you can imagine something that's this tough and this robust that can take extreme temperatures will be extremely useful in just about any kind of situation. And of course, I've shared with you that it goes to extreme temperatures. It can handle temperatures from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It's backed by a 5-year warranty. It uses commercial energy storage grade batteries, which last for 6,000 plus cycles. That's nearly twice as long, twice the industry standards, and double for other units in its category. This can be discharged and charged every day for up to 16 years. With its special A-Boost technology, it charges up to 50% faster than competitors when charging using grid power, using an input of 1,800 watts, and it only takes 55 minutes to charge it completely. And our first cup of coffee is done. Now let's make some bacon and eggs. Doesn't that look delicious? And just like that, our bacon is nicely done. I like mine really crispy, as you can see. All right, we'll put that down here on the plate and let it cool off just a bit. And while the pan's still hot, let's fix a couple eggs. And just like that, within a few minutes, our eggs are nicely done. Browned on both sides. That's a marvelous breakfast. And I didn't have to start a fire, just plug it in. We got a hot cup of coffee, some bacon and eggs for a fantastic breakfast. Time to dig in. So while I'm eating this breakfast, let's talk a little bit about the Ampace Andes 1500 and why I think it's so important. We live in a very uncertain world. There are so many things happening all the time, from man-caused disasters to natural disasters to just general power outages. We have them quite often whenever there's a big storm. And something like this is a real lifesaver, especially if you need like a CPAP machine. This will run a CPAP machine like 30 hours. It would also be really important if you had someone on oxygen, someone that needed some sort of a constant power supply. It's just so easy for things to go wrong in our world. And even though I love primitive camping and campfires and all of that, let's be honest, sometimes there just isn't time to make a fire. And sometimes we live in the modern world, we're not always able just to go out into the backyard and kindle a fire. You may not have enough firewood. And so for people who live in urban areas or suburban areas where there are fire restrictions, this could be extremely helpful. Another thing to be wary of is the whole stealth factor. The smoke from a campfire can be smelled for a really long way. But a unit like the Ampace Andes 1500 doesn't have any smoke. There's no fire. And with the solar panel system, you can recharge it almost indefinitely. They say it has a 10-year average work span, but again, with 6,000 plus charges, you're looking at over 16 years. It's remarkable. And you think about all that it has done on one charge. It ran my fridge all night, like 10, 11 hours. It gave me light from the lamp. I charged up my cell phone, made microwave popcorn, can run that little fan that I showed you there to keep me cool if I get hot at night. And this morning, made coffee and bacon and eggs. Another really useful feature of the Ampace Andes 1500 is that you can download the app, and this tells you how much power you have remaining, as well as the AC output, DC output. You can control the light, sleep mode, all of that, all from the app. So it makes it very convenient. Well, that's it for today, folks. It's time to pack up and hit the road, get all this cleaned up, and leave this wonderful campsite. And we had a great time here. The gear worked perfectly. The Ampace Andes 1500 just powered right through the night, on through breakfast, and I'm pretty impressed. This is one of the best units that I've ever tested as far as just power, longevity. A great unit to consider for any of your off-grid survival needs, as well as just like I'm doing, some car camping. This is James Bender for WayPoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. While you're down there, you'll find a link where you can purchase your very own Ampace Andes 1500, along with those all-important solar panels for off-grid living. You'll also find our link for waypointsurvival.com, which is where you can sign up to train in our in-person classes for survival and bushcraft. You'll also find our WayPoint Survival digital class, and this is where you can train in the comfort and convenience of your own backyard, the top 20 skills that we consider to be the most important from our Phase 1 Survival and Bushcraft class. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.